Hello traders and welcome to this video. So it's time for us to go into the market once again to analyze the market based on the pairs that I look into for trading week and what we look into for trading week together. So basically these are EURUSD charts, and if you've been following my updates, you know fully well that I trade more on the higher time frames. Alright, trading on the 4 hours time frame, the 2 hours time frame, relatively on the 1 hour time frame. That's because we want to avoid as much noise as possible and make sure that my psychology is ready to take trades. I don't like taking lower time frame trades. Why? Because the noise is too much. If you go to 15 minutes time frame right now, you see the market giving you several indications for several setups. At a point in time, you might feel you are supposed to sell and buy almost at the same point in time because you have several information. But when I go up to the fast time frame, I observe fully well that information is a bit clear compared to the 15 minutes time frame. You understand? Going to daily time frame, the reason I'm using daily time frame, I observe that daily time frame doesn't give me opportunity to use my setup properly. And if you observe, I don't really have my setups playing out on daily time frame. And even if it's going to play out, it's going to take a long time before it can see the light of day. So I don't usually use the daily time frame because it just gives one or two setups in several months. So yes, the 4 hours time frame is like the center point for us to work with. All right, and it's actually great. So currently we have the market at this region where we know that it's currently showing bearish momentum over here, trend line. If you use a trend line to just work on this, the reason I'm using trend lines is because institutional traders they trade with trend lines. You understand? So you can use trend lines to just observe what the market is doing. It can guide you, all right, to know where the institutions are willing to buy or sell from. So if we know fully well that institutional traders work on trend line, and we can see the trend line touching these points and reacting somewhere around there, we should know that we are having bearish momentum at the moment. All right. But yes, this sell trade did not get me triggered in. We missed it with about 10 pips as at on Friday. This is it over here. This is 79 and this is about 89.90. So roughly about 10 pips directly. And then we missed this bearish entry that are giving us some cool profits. You can see I have my SL regions over here and over here. I'm going to tell you how I got these regions in the market and how you can actually go to the chart or mark up your chart yourself and see what the market holds in place for you. So what setup do I usually work with? What do I use in taking my trades? I work with a very simple setup, which is the breaker block concept. Right? The breaker block concept. Now when you hear about breaker block, you might feel, oh, it just comes back to the previous low or previous high and I enter that trade. But that's not necessarily how I do it. Okay, so just watch this. Let me show you something quickly. So I can just have an idea of how it goes. But if you want to understand better, you can always join our communities and understand more in our trading communities. We have our free trading community on Telegram where you can see some setups I drop. But if you want to be a professional trader and learn the real way, you can always come premium and then you learn from us. All right, in our premium communities. Just use links in description and you work from there. Or if you want to be a profitable trader, you can work with our signals directly that will drop in our trading community and then you make some money with us. The same trade I enter, you take the same trade and you're good to go. Okay, this is basically this for these segments. Now, what are we seeing here? Market is going down, right? This is the bearish movement directly. Now, we are not entering from this breaker block. Remember, here is the breaker block. If you've watched my breaker block video, you know that this is a region where we have a breaker block. Why are we not entering from here? Because we are using this as our first breaker block for us to work with. We don't enter from first breaker block. We'll go ahead to enter from second. Why are we entering from second? Why not the first? Some of you might ask this question, why not here? Right? If we enter from here, there's a tendency that it might just spike up to get to this point as our SA region. So we usually enter from the second breaker block. The second breaker block is usually around here. Let me show you properly what I mean by that. The second breaker block is usually around here. This is it. We enter from a second breaker block is usually around here. Now SL is at the other high. So some people will enter here for sell. Let me show what I mean quickly so I can get the concept properly and continue analysis. Some people enter the middle point for their sell trade and then their stop loss will be at this region here. Okay. Others will take their stop loss higher so they can have a higher stop loss margin. Or they'll take their stop loss to the point and then leave their entry just like this and target their 1/5, 1/6, 1/4, 1/3 trades. Depends on what they target. So I just did this explanation so I can have an idea of why I did not take this trade from here. Why I don't take this trade from here? Let me show you the point I'm talking about in the markets. This is my arrow. Why did not take this trade from here? Yeah, why did not take this trade from here? And why did I to go all the way up to this block? Okay, although the market didn't trigger me in, which is what happens sometimes when you take your market, the trade all the way up. I miss the entry, but yeah, it's better you miss a trade than you hit SL. All right, and then it also depends on your psychology and how you work with it. So this is what I wanted to work with directly for this trade, and I missed that entry. Some other traders would have gotten in on this trade, and that's cool. All right, because they would have just used this region, use this candle over here. I don't know if you can see the crosshair right now for their breaker block, and they must have been triggered in, right? But that's not what I did. I followed my principle, and that is what we're having for this week with our EUR USD. I mainly trade EUR USD. Sometimes you see me on BTC USDT, and then other times you see me on XAU USD. Our BTC USDT trade, which we gave in our profitable community, that's our trading interest community, we already hit our TP. But I was proposing what if there was a higher TP ratio. Our TP is 1:5. So if I take this down, you see what I mean by we hit our TP already. Okay. We had a TP of 1:5. We've hit our TP already, which is well known in our trading community. I'll drop some screenshots so you can see our trades that we dropped there, the results. In fact, I love keeping records. That's why I have a trading community on Telegram. Once you join, you see our results already there, and you see when I drop some setups too. So just join our community and make cool money with us directly. If you don't have an account, you can use the link in the description to create a trading account and you're good to go. For gold, you can see gold. Our last week setup on gold. Gold has been moving up for a while and then started to go bearish. You can see here we had our SL over here where I tried getting for a sell position on gold, and with this SL we lost this trade. So we found another set of opportunities and then we'll make this position. This is it's our trade, and this is it playing out properly. In fact, it has played out properly on gold. So basically, this is literally it. Gold is not yet clear right now, although we have selling momentum that we can actually still work with on gold, right? But that Friday on Friday we had news, so we didn't really work with it. For gold directly, we usually use momentum to take gold trades. That's why we usually work with let me show you the tool. I'll use my gun box, get the center of it of this, and then yeah, this would have triggered us last week, but we didn't take the trades. Why? Because of the news. So this would have given us our sell trade at sniper region, and they started our sell trade because we are using 50% of the gun box for gold. So basically, I believe this has actually broken down what we're looking into for the new trading week and why we are looking at these trading opportunities. One trade doesn't determine thought. That's one thing to know is your consistency to continue using that strategy that will determine your progress as a trader. So make sure you are consistently profitable by working with the same setup, with the same trading rules, and know your accuracy. This accuracy of this strategy, confirmed over a series of trades, will see it to be over 60 to 70% plus accurate. And with the 1:5 win rates, that's a good one. Sometimes you have it at break even, sometimes you have it at 1:2.5. So I believe you understand what I mean. And you're ready to profit. If you want to join our community, you can use the link in the description once again. Join us on Telegram. You want to be a part of our trading signals community, that's our trade entries community. I mainly call it our trade entries, not necessarily a signal community, because we'll drop our potential setups for you to work with. And anywhere I mention, you get access to that too. You can message me directly and be a part of our premium community. It costs $20 per month, or you pay $100 per year. So it depends on what you're working with. If you want to go a full year, that's $100 and you save a lot of money, or you want to go per month, that's $20 per month. All right. So go a year, $100, and save yourself $140 extra, or pay per month $20 and you're still gonna make money. Either ways, the goal is for you to subscribe, make money, make more money, enjoy yourself, they have money to subscribe. So basically, we're here to make sure that whatever service we give to you, you're ready to make money from it. With that mentioned, I'll see you in the profitable circle champs. Sign out now. Peace.